You hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? I am back again with another one for my creatives. People have responded so good from the last webinar that I did, as far as letting y'all know how you can start doing direct to consumer as a creative, whatever type of creative you are, whether it's a rapper, whether you're an artist, whether you are whatever. Okay, you don't have to. I found out ways that you can actually deal with your customers directly, to where you're not going through a distributor. You can have your own merch and all that good stuff, especially when you're an independent artist. I know it's a lot of independent artists. I'm an independent artist that can actually use this information. So here I am. All right, so I'm gonna hop right into it. Let me see. I'm just checking some things really quick. All right, so I'm gonna bring the slideshow on. Oh, what? Boom. Okay, so how artists build direct to consumer empires in 2026, especially if you don't have a label. Like I said, when I been doing this, I've been telling people that you have to be self-sufficient. You have to be a self-starter. You cannot be somebody who wait on other people and all that stuff. You will not be successful in this. And like I said, when I bring this information, I always give that disclaimer that you have to be self-sufficient. Like you gotta want it. So basically, when you start doing direct to consumer, you're getting ownership, independence, and direct to fan income, to where you don't have to worry about like I use DistroKid to upload my music. I realized that a lot of people are actually uploading music to like different websites and having the people buy them. Like there's artist websites that you can actually use. Like I know Bandcamp is one. I actually have my own website that I built, and I have my music on there. And I just found another platform for others who don't have a website that the artist Lil Russell actually uses. So it's called Even. So I'll talk more about that once I get more into the show. So let me go ahead and go to the next one. All right, boom. So how artists are building the direct to consumer empires in 2026 without a label. And I'm not saying you don't need a label. Like if you got a label, that's amazing. Like use their help. But if you don't have a label, then this will probably help you out, like until you find a team. So it helps with ownership. And as you see, I have it up there for my independent artists, creatives, musicians, coaches, digital creators, whatever you do. Like I said, if you're a creator and you are doing out here on your own and you don't have a team, so it gives you ownership, right? That's the foundation. You get full rights, and you get master control of everything. You get direct fan data access, and you get platform independence because it's you doing everything, right? Um, Also, it creates a direct connection. It creates a growth engine. So, like, if you're directly interacting with your fans, it's authentic storytelling. They get to know who you are. Exclusive community hub. So it helps you build a community. Like I just had somebody ask me, am I sharing more information? Like I just realized I need to build. I'm going to build a community actually, so that way we all can actually be in one place, and I can drop actually. I can drop all these gems. I can drop the slides. I can drop all the tools that I made for creators in that group, and we can actually ask each other questions. We can go back and forth just to get information off of each other, like just an equal energy exchange. And then we have personalized experiences. So it's like you're creating a personal experience, like you're dealing with the fan. Now I don't call them fan, I call them like a tribe. You dealing with your tribe directly, like no middleman. And then also the monetization, that's the empire part. So you get to create different types of revenue streams. So you have merch, you have digital products. When I say digital products, you have books, you have journals, whatever, toolkits, whatever you create digitally that the person can use. And then you also have memberships, like communities and all that stuff that your tribe can actually have access to, that they'll be willing to pay. And then also smart contracts and then Web3 future proofing. So it's kind of like you're building an empire that's going to like longevity because it's yours. It's not like if you have a manager and your contract expires, or if your manager quits or whatever, you have to restart. That yeah, it's that's why I've always been a self-starter, because I believe that anybody can wake up one day and just change their mind, and then I'm stuck. So I'd rather like start a lot of things on my own, so where I have internal access to it, and I'm the brain of it. And then also is data driven pricing and offers. So you get to make your own offers and your prices. Like, so that's what I like about it. And then like what I found out is most independent artists, they struggle with when it comes to the digital landscape. Low streaming payouts. Trust me, I know if you're waiting to get rich off streams, you will be waiting forever. I learned 13 points. I think it's like 0.013 cents that you get for each stream. Like come on, so that right there is like a fractions of a cent, like literally it's not even a penny. Like y'all could have gave at least a penny, but they give you a fraction of a penny per stream, and it's unsustainable for most artists because, like, let's be honest, they're not catching all your streams. Listen, that's just my opinion. And then also I realized that and like I said, I have TikTok, I have YouTube, I have Instagram, and I have Facebook. And then I have Twitch. And then LinkedIn. Like I have a lot of platforms that I use. And I realized like at first I used to get burnt out like from constant posting. Like I used to post. And it's like I was posting to chase after streams. And then like with me doing research, I realized like, man, all these artists is not living good just based off streams. And like I followed Tory Lanez, and I follow Nipsey Hussle. I follow a lot of artists I follow Lil Russell. Oh my God, he's one of the biggest. Lil Russell. I follow a lot of artists that are doing it on their own, and they're actually making money outside of streams. So of course, and they're not posting all the time. So it's like they're always on content treadmill, creative energy depleted. So it's like you can't even create because you're so busy trying to post. And that's not even where the money, the bun is. That's not where none of it comes from, your streams. And then also you become dependent on the algorithm, meaning like you have to chase like trending sounds and trending, you got to do all this crap that it's like has nothing to do with your music just so you can get out there. So when you're dependent on the algorithm of these platforms, it tends to like kind of like deter you off the route that you originally wanted to do because you're trying to get out there and follow their algorithm rules. And then also a lot of artists, they lack ownership of their masters, just merge anything, and then platforms own, the relationship. So platforms really own a lot of the content that we do, honestly, I realized. And then also, like I said, artists don't really have no control. And then This is the 2020 shift. This is the 2026 shift for artists. Okay, a direct to consumer revolution. This is where it is. Like I put my face, my image right there. That's my logo. Beautiful, cute. Everybody know me. I have the half and half afro, my nose piercing, all that good stuff. My glasses. Okay, so we're gonna go direct to consumer, right? This is the central hub. That's my website. That's www.shanquellshropshire.com. That's my direct to consumer platform. That's my central hub. Like I said, if you don't have a website, they have so many other platforms that you can use to where you can go ahead and start with your merch, digital products. They have so many. You basically, with me having my central hub, I'm able to have fan ownership and access to my tribe. And then, of course, the bundles, like I get to create my own packages. Like as far as like, say if I want to sell my EP, I released an EP last year, and I can sell that EP for whatever price I want, and I can add like I made digital products. So if I want to add a book, if I wanted to add a toolkit for anybody, affirmations or whatever I wanted to add with my EP selling, I can do that on my central hub as a bundle. And then also I can create a community, boom, with me being working directly with the tribe. I call my fans tribe if you just now logging in. Um, I'm able to create a community with them to where we can go back and forth, exchange information, and just build a community. And then also they get to know who I am directly. They're not going off of Google. They're not going off a blog. They're not going off any of that. Like they're dealing with me directly, so they get to know exactly who I am. And then, like, let's be honest, that's like if Beyonce had direct to consumer. If Beyonce was the one that was basically creating the merch, sending you things and stuff, you'll be happy. Like you'll feel empowered. Like you'll feel connected to her. It's just like kind of like with Lil Russell fans. He do basically concerts in the back of his yard, and like a lot of his fans, they get to pay what they want. Of course, a decent price. You get what I'm saying? Like even for his features, he don't even have a set price for his features. He have this thing where artists can pay what they want. They don't like, but it's like it got to be decent. Like you're not gonna come and be like no dollar or nothing like that. But it's the fact that like he's still making his money, but then again, he still understand that life is life, and people ain't gonna be able to pay what they want to pay. So it's just stuff like that that you get to say, because when you have a label or when you have a team, once they decide to make a decision, that's the decision. So if they tell you that your album is going to sell for $20, that's what it is. But if you dealing directly with the consumer, you say you want to sell your album for $20, but then a fan only has $15. You can actually be like bend and work with fans. You can say, you know what, y'all pay what y'all want, but you know what I'm saying, make it a decent amount. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually put in work for this. So you have that one. So that is basically the revolution of what's going on. So, also like what is direct to consumer for artists? A lot of people don't really know what D2C is. Is basically music, right? I'm gonna use myself. Like I said, anybody can use this. It don't necessarily have to be for people who make music or writers. If you have a product or a service, this right here, and you want to deal directly with your tribe, then this right here is for you. So I'm going to use myself, like I said. So music is my foundation with this D2C music, right? I create my own art. I do everything myself. It's mine, right? And then once I have my foundation, I'm a rapper, beautiful, cute. I can make my merch. I can make my digital products. I can make whatever I want for my tribe, for my people. Because if they like my music, then they're going to like anything else that comes from me, right? So, and then once I do that, then boom, you build a community, right? You build a collection of a community of people who believe, like a collective, like who share collective thoughts, things that resonate, your art that resonate with them. So that right there helps you build a direct connection to your community, to your tribe. And then also once you have these three in place, then you're able to create sustainable income. So where it's like, I don't know if anybody ever heard, like, I'm always the type to where it's like, people like, oh, you need to rest. Man, listen, I will sleep when I'm able to make money while I'm sleeping. Like, if I can go to sleep and then somebody's buying, like, my digital products, somebody's buying my merch, somebody's buying my music, and that, like, while I'm sleeping, oh, baby, I'm going to sleep like a baby. But until then, I am so locked in on getting this empire set up to a D2C format. to where I'm able to create my own sustainable income. Like I said, I just renewed my distribution with DistroKid, blah, but I know now I'm going to actually, like I said, I just put my album, my EP on even.com. I just put my EP on even.com to where that way I can go ahead and sell my EP myself, and then I'm gonna put it on my website, and then I'm gonna create a bundle. Like who wouldn't want a beautiful cute EP with some affirmations, a toolkit on how to get out of stagnancy, just stuff like that. So I got a lot up my sleeves. So it's like that's why I'm like really pushing to where we can actually you get to this self-efficient. Like we're all supposed to be like self-efficient. So if I know something, I'm gonna share it. Okay, and so tools for building artists direct to consumer empire, right? So like I said, I told y'all about Even. Even is a direct fan connection website. If you don't have a website, right? If you don't have a website, even I got a website and I'm still going to do Even because I love the format. I like the layout. I like what they got going. And first, like Lil Russell is on there. Lil Russell is on there. That means there's money on there. There's money on there. So we got Even. And then, of course, building an email list. That's what I'm working on right now. Building an email list because I learned that building an email list is very important because see if TikTok go down, Instagram, any of these sites go down, you at least have your contacts because once these platforms go down, you won't have nothing. Like you get what I'm saying? Because that's their platform, that's their information. So then brand and revenue hub. So the brand and revenue hub, I would say personal website. Like I said, I have a personal website. It's the best thing I ever invested in. I built it myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. With the help of AI teaching me, not AI building it, AI teaching me how to learn and what to understand when it comes to the website. That way I can maintain it, okay? Because if you have AI build your website, then how are you going to know how to maintain it? It's best to use AI, utilize AI to show you. Like if you don't know what Java means, you don't know what cache means, you don't know how to make your website, you want ideas on how to design your website, AI can give you all that. Hey, can you whatever, I want my website to look like this. AI will like use this font, this size font, this width of a page. AI will give you all of that, and all you got to do is go plug and play. Okay, I do plug and play with AI. And then also merch and digital products. Okay, like merch and I'm telling you, like there's drop shipping merch companies. I use Printful. I love Printful, and I just found another website called Tap Stitch. Tap Stitch. Now, Tap Stitch is I haven't tapped into Tap Stitch yet, but I'm gonna tap into them because I really love that. Tap Stitch is like high fashion quality type of clothes. Like they got the crop shirts, they got the nice sweaters, listen, I really think y'all are like Tap Stitch, but I'll probably do like a webinar on Tap Stitch, but I use Printful as of now, and Printful is really good. I got a performance on Sunday and I need to go and make some merch actually for Sunday for my people. But yes, Printful is really good. There's a lot of drop shipping companies that you can use so that way you can create your merch. If you don't have the funds to buy the t-shirts and all that stuff right now, if you don't have the funds right now, you can still create your merch and all that stuff and go from there. I'm telling y'all. And then engagement and experiences. Okay, pop-up webinars. Boom. Peekaboo. Right? That's me doing my pop-up webinars. It's like this is me just giving y'all information of what I know. I don't know everything, but anything that I do know, anything that I do learn, I just really want to share it and just let y'all know exactly what's going on, what I learned, because like I said, you just never know who you can help. So, and then also live events and in person with me with the performances, and then like even pop-up shops, you can actually have your have like all your information. Like I've seen like set up as a vendor, like even when you go to perform, like have your merch, have all your stuff. Like I have anybody who know me knows I always wear my dot bracelet. Dot is actually a business. It's like it's a digital business card. Once somebody you tap it on the back of your phone and all of your stuff pops up, you have like a dot website. I'll show y'all that. Actually once I come back on camera. Okay, so this is an example of like, this is a practical approach. This is how I would approach. If I was just now beginning and learning to do the direct to consumer artist, right? I would first, of course, build your music, right? Build your music. And then once you have your music, your art, or whatever you make, okay, even if you're an artist, you paint, whatever you do, draw, whatever you do, okay? Um, Even if you do clothes, like whatever, like you're a creator, okay? Once you have your base, then you can move on to bundles. Okay, bundles or digital tools. That's the same difference. Okay, you can either order like I found out that they're actually bringing physical CDs back and they're bringing vinyls back. So there's there's companies that will drop ship. Okay, and they don't have to be like a China, Alibaba, AliExpress. No, not that type of drop ship. They're actually like in the U.S. domestic that can drop ship your stuff. Like I've seen somebody drop shipping vinyls. I've seen somebody drop shipping CDs. They're bringing all of this stuff back. Like I said, and then with the digital products, you have email marketing. Boom. I use Beehive for my email marketing, which I need to update. And then I use for my e-commerce, for my website, I use Hosting. I don't, like I said, Shopify is okay, but I'm not really a Shopify fan. It's too commercial. But social media scheduling, I use that. But I don't use it enough. But I'm telling you, when I did, the next day, I went my whole day without posting, but I had posts. Do you understand how relieving that is? So get into your social media scheduling, get into it. Make sure you're looking at your data. Make sure you're looking at who's actually tapping in with you, what they're tapping in with, what posts and all that stuff. Like what is getting your people going. And of course, once you do that, you build community. And then it all just becomes like a circle, a whole ecosystem, like a whole circle of life. So it's like, as long as you have your art, you have other things outside of the art that you can offer your people. And then you create a community where you guys can often sit, share, and then just equally exchange information. So this is a checklist I created. It's an actionable checklist. So like I said, have your product, song or product, create a bundle, create a landing page, email list, and then boom, you just repeat. What it say? Rinse and repeat. You just rinse and repeat with this right here. I'm telling y'all, like I'm implementing this in my plan, and I'm telling y'all, like I've seen a difference. Okay, so this is the mistakes that I want to help y'all avoid. Okay, streaming is not a tool. Okay, when the money that you get paid, those little 0.cents, half pennies that they're giving y'all for streams, that's not the tool. That's not the destination. That's not where you want to look to where you want to get your money from. I'm telling you, you're not going to get it. You're going to be looking forever. Okay. Diversify your income and build your world. Like you got to build it and make it your own world. Okay. When you rely on only streaming, you're going to be forever disappointed. You see the boat with the storm? Yes, it's going to be a storm. And then you go over posting with no offer. Connect authentically. Share your story, but also provide value and clear costs. Like you're posting. When people come to your page, what do you have to offer them? What? Now you're just like, it's kind of like, okay, I'm here. Now what? Right? Okay. So you have to create things for them. You got to create things for your people. Not having an email list. It's like broken communication. Like that's what I'm building right now, an email list. Like I said, if any of these platforms get taken away, there goes all your people. There goes all your fans, subscribe. There it goes. Like it's gone with the platform. So if you build an email list, you can actually keep in touch with them. Newsletters, performances. Like I need to make a newsletter like now to let people know about my performance this Sunday. Okay, and so like yes, like I said, your email list is your direct line to your fans. Don't rent your audience on it. And having just your audience on platforms, you're renting them. Because like I said, if TikTok was like, give me my people back, they're not. Okay, waiting for labels. When you're waiting for management companies, labels, record labels, you are at their beck and call. If they tell you not to release a song, you cannot release a song. They tell you to release a song and you don't want to release a song, you gotta do what they say. Okay. So you get your own independence back. Okay. Do not wait for permission. Okay, just do it. Take control and you know what I'm saying? Just do it. You feel me? All right, boom. So the next step, take the next steps. Okay, explore all of things as far as being an artist. explore the different type of bonus that you can make. Okay, exclusive limited edition packages created just for your tribe. Okay, join a community. You create a community with fellow artists dedicated. Okay, share, get the feedback, collaborate, supportive, create the community. Okay, and then you start building your direct to consumer ecosystem: tickets, sales, merch, fan club, data, direct to consumer. Okay, if you have a show, you can also set up donations, anything like that. I'm telling y'all, anything like that. Okay, this right here is what I wanted to like. The future is yours to build. And this is what a lot of people don't realize. They think that they have to wait. They think that they own. I'm telling you, it is yours to build. It is yours. Okay. Take ownership and create sustainable income. Okay. Ownership is power. Retain the rights to your music, data, and brand. You make the decision. Independence unlocks potential. Build your own path. Free from gatekeepers. Your creativity, your rules. Diversify your income. Create multiple revenue streams, direct to consumer, merch, experiences, more. Build a resilient career. Do it with intention. Build your legacy. Create a community. Create a community. I'm telling you, community is going to be everything. So this is my last slide. I just wanted to give y'all a way that y'all can stay connected. I'm also going to put this in my communities. I have a community group on Facebook, and then I also have community on my Instagram. I'm gonna drop these slides actually in my Instagram. If you are in my Instagram channel, you will have access to the slides. Let me go drop it right. I'm just gonna drop it right now. I know I can't. Thank you so much. Thank you, Leonardo. I just came over to Instagram and I see there's a Leonardo Frost Vinci. I appreciate you so much, my guy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for tuning in. Like honestly, I'm just giving people the information that I learned, and you just never know who life it may change or whatever. And I'm just a vessel, man. I'm not a walking hard drive. I don't do all that. So, okay, so I brought this on. I made this page. Okay, it's like community works with when faith, consistency, self-sufficiency comes first. Okay, listen. Okay, before I get off, because I don't need nobody saying, I tried this and it didn't work. Block it, blue block. Okay, listen, you have to be self-sufficient. And I said this before I started this, and I've been saying it on my other ones. You have to be self-sufficient. You have to have faith, and you have to be consistent. You cannot create it and then leave it alone and think people just gonna come. And this is something that I'm learning too. So when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself, right? I'm talking to y'all, right? Because we all wish that we could just throw things in the universe and it just get taken care of. But that's not how life works. You really have to sit and focus. And if you really want it, you're gonna make it work. That's just where I'm at as far as you know what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at, and that's just how I see things. So it's like if you really wanted to work, you're gonna put in the work to make sure it gets out and finds the right places. So once you do that, then you're good. So anyways, yes, okay, make sure y'all self-sufficient. Okay, you can do this. We're all self-sufficient. We're supposed to be self-sufficient. Okay, so y'all can find me on Instagram, beautiful_Q, for all my people that's not on Instagram. I'm on also YouTube, Beautiful Q. If you look that up, it'll bring up my YouTube channel. And then I'm also on Facebook, Shankwell Shropshire, first and last name. And then my website in the middle, okay, root of the tree, ShankwellShropshire.com. That's my hub. That's where everything is. And then I have my Instagram. I got Instagram twice. Come on, get it together. Okay, so beautiful. And then, like I said, I have my Instagram channel, which you can actually join. And like I said, I'm going to drop these in there. And then I also have my Facebook group, which I need to revamp. And I'm going to drop these in there as well. That's what I'm going to do. All the slides of the webinars that I did, I'm going to drop it into the group so that way y'all have access. Because I know a lot of people either catch the replay and, so I got y'all. So we have that. So that was the last slide, and I kind of want to just come on here and just give y'all that information because, like I said, if I had this information, I'd probably be further, but I feel like I'm at the right place at the right time. And since nobody else wanted to give give out the information. I'll be the one, and I don't care who's mad that I'm giving out the information for free. Like you probably got it for free, so why? Like I feel like if people want to know more, if they need more help, then they'll come to you. They'll reach out to you. They'll make their pay or whatever just so they can learn more. But until then, you can give out free information. It's free information all on YouTube. So it's like why you can't give out free information. And so that's what I'm doing. Just giving it out. You don't know what you're doing. This is giving it out. I do know what I'm doing, but I am just giving it out. Giving out information. Um, I need to learn how to talk. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. For all my people on YouTube, all my people on Twitch, all my people on Facebook, all my people on Instagram. Thank y'all for locking in. Like I said, I'm gonna drop this in a group. Make sure y'all tap in with your girl. Hey, take it to the 10 so you know your in the cool. I got you, Leonardo. I got you, my guy. Yes, it is moving towards fans only, and I don't call them fans. I call them like tribe. Like they're your tribe. Like they're your people. They coming to support you. So I don't really call them fans, but no, you are absolutely correct. That is the way the world is shifting. Yeah. Trying to get with the program, trying to get with the shift, trying to get with the shift. Oh wait, you know what? Before I go, I'll show y'all my even profile I just made so y'all can see. How you in the house full of people still feel alone? Oh, you give me now cause your girl got a microphone. Do you know that? Taking family, like really running through like a by the time you kids and they healing from telling you they just forgiving healing. Take it to the on the way to these forgiving. Take it to the take it. See, look, I already got 3 views already. Oh wait, I'm gonna do it like a screen share. Okay, so this is a new platform that I just found. Like I already got like 3 views. Don't play with me. One of the ones. Okay, so all right, so I put my EP on sale. Yes, I know it's already free on a bunch of platforms. People can rip it off. I don't care, okay? Because there's still people that will pay. Okay, there are people that will pay. Like me, I will pay. So right now I have 0 plays. I just did it. I did a pre-sale date to where people can pre-order my EP, right? Today. It just got released today. Pre-sale today, right? This is how fresh this is. Like I'm letting y'all know, I'm letting y'all see me go through like a trial. Like I'm letting y'all see like a process that I just created. So this is the pre-sale date. I put it for release today. And then the whole EP to where everybody can see it, it'll be like available because right now they can just pre-order. right? And then on the 24th, they'll be able to actually buy it and they'll be able to actually download it and hear it and all that good stuff, right? And then of course I have my UPC, I have all that good stuff, you know. And then I wanted y'all to see this because like I did a minimum price because this is one of them sites where the customer can play what they pay what they want, but they do give you recommended pricing. So mine is I did mine's like 9.99, right? You give the minimum, but it's like the recommended that I would want you to pay is like 12.2. But if they want to pay more, they can. But if they all they got is 9.99, baby, come on, shoot that over. I got you. I got you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I like about this. You know what integrations? What kind of integration I can put up here? Okay, I got. Okay, I don't need that. I wanted y'all to see my profile. Like I got 3 views already, so I love that. I just made this yesterday. Okay, so it has a fan chat for your fans. Boom, like for like any of your tribe, like if they come through, and then like you can create different stuff. So like if you have more music you wanted to sell, boom, and then like videos. I don't have videos yet, and then I can create a community. Remember I was talking about communities, and then right here I can link a page. I can create a marketing campaign, which you can do like with Facebook messages and all that good stuff. So I haven't really played around with these yet because, like I said, I did it yesterday. But just to see the release, it makes me want to actually come back in here more and play around with it. I'm trying to let y'all see my actual page. Yeah. Okay. Okay, boom. So this is how it looks. Boom. I'll probably fix it up, make it cute later. But okay, so I got my TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and my Instagram on here. This is the release. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks to anybody that comes on your page if they want to buy something. And then right, boom, order. They get a pre-order it. Boom, pay what you want, and they can give it as a gift. Like, look, like you get what I'm saying. And then like they got right here. And then right here. Okay, so I did make 2 things. Okay, first of all, let me finish. So these are the tracks. As you hear, they hit what is it? They hit Big Stepper. They hit Big Stepper. You can actually like preview these, and like they're locked. Like they can't do nothing with it because they have to buy it. And then like I was able to make like a gallery. So like this is the music, and then right here it was like a gallery I made for like all my people that want to like that get to see like exclusive pictures of me, not no rated R pictures, like just exclusive pictures, like photo shoots, behind the scenes type of deals, or like personal type of photos, like photos that my platforms don't get to see. So like they get to have that, and it's like that's $10 a month they get to pay. Like I said, I'm still working and playing around in here to see what all this offers, but it's pretty cool to me. I think it's pretty dope. And then, like I said, let's see, we got the fans. They keep tab of your fans. So if once your tribe starts to come in, and then you can export the data. So like the emails and all that stuff come right here. You can export it, and that's how you build that email list. So if you guys are on these platforms, just look and see if you can export the emails. And then boom, of course, I haven't made anything yet. That's gonna be say $1 million watch. But I did get 3 page views, which is amazing with me creating this yesterday. So the website obviously has its own traffic, which is dope. And like I said, you can create your own traffic by posting it on your pages and all that good stuff. This is the fan connect. Yeah, so this is like, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I did want to show y'all that. Just so y'all can see. Okay. Yes, Shadow Scary, what's going on? Oh my gosh, you came at the end. I'm getting ready to actually get off right now. But I appreciate you. Yes, you're also supporting you so dope. Thank you so much. You know I'm gonna keep the faith and confidence. Are you keeping your faith and your confidence? And how has your week been? Has it been amazing? I hope it's been amazing, and I'm so happy you're here. So happy for me. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to get off. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna drop these into the group. I hope y'all was able to see that new platform that I found, and I hope it helps somebody. But until then,